Hello and welcome to BallinCraig Estate. My name is Eddie and this is my vlog. It is September the 25th and we've got the workmen coming in soon, so this field is going to get started work on. But before then, basically we have a field full of grass, so I want to get that cleared before we and get some silage bales off it before they start. So we're going to be using the TW5 today and giving this a cut. And if we're lucky, we might get it rowed as well. But we'll see how we go. So let's open this up. Oh, not rowed, tethered, I mean, of course. There we are. So let's jump in the TW. Get us started. And away we go. So yeah, this, of course, we're turning this field into an arable field. But there's no point in this grass going to waste. We can offset some of the cost of all this with a nice group of silage bales to sell over the winter. That will be fantastic. So that's basically what we're doing today. A little bit of extra cash. From this, right, I'm going to reverse up here, try and get right into the corner. There we go. So yeah, basically they're going to level this area a little bit so that we can get our lean-to in, and they're going to, we're probably going to concrete under the new shed, but we're not. Well, actually, no, I don't want to. Yeah, that was it. They did suggest concreting under the new lean-to, but I don't want to because if we're putting things like cultivators and things like that there, I didn't want to damage any of the equipment, any of the tines or anything. So yeah, I've decided that what we're going to do is it's going to be all dirt that's going to be laid down and sort of have dirt track all around it, and we're going to go that way with it. Which, of course, will cost us less as well, which is a good thing. And then once all that's laid and that's all sorted, we're gonna start getting the field ploughed and ready for planting for next season. We'll probably try and put some winter wheat or some winter barley in here. I haven't quite decided which yet. I kind of want to see the way the market's going, because part of the reason why we're expanding into arable stuff is to try and increase how much we can make on the farm. Yeah. So if we can make more money on the farm by expanding into a little bit more arable, that is only a good thing. I'm considering talking to them. We haven't agreed this with them, but so maybe seeing if we can get a lean-to or even just extend the dirt along the back here so that we've got somewhere else to put silage bales. Right here, just jump out, close the gate. There we go. Perfect. We'll head back, jump in, and away we go again. Right, we'll move out to the next round. Actually, what we want to do here, oh no, we'll do 2 rounds, and then we'll go and get the outer edge. Although that actually gives a good idea of the edge of the field that we want to create. We don't want to go right up to the hedge, to be honest. And this works quite well as a good indicator of where we should be ploughing. So I might just leave that as it is. Right, there we go, and round. It's quite a nice big field, this. And one of the things is it's not too uneven. I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but it's not going to cause us any issues with the combine. Whereas field 10, which I'd originally thought to convert to an arable field, that does have the issue that it's just way too wide. Sorry, way too uneven. It's kind of just a whole group of hills, a whole group of lumps. So we're not gonna do that one. We've left that fallow, and we will be doing that later in the autumn. We'll give that a late autumn cut, and probably make some hay bales out of that field. But this we're going to put to silage to offset the cost of the changes that we're making to the farm, which makes sense. There we go. And we're on to round 3. You can see why we're putting the shed there and sort of squaring the field. We're basically squaring the field off a little bit, with where we're putting the shelter in. I couldn't put it on the side of the barn because it would would just then go too far into the field. We want to keep a large arable field from this. I'm also going to be moving the combine in the next couple of days. We need to winter it, so we're going to move it to the barn up there. So that will probably be done by the next time. And the thing is, I need to get to working on our current arable field, which we're going to turn to grass. I need to get that seeded soon. So I need to get that cultivated, and of course they're going to lay the road down along the edge of that field. So I need to get that cultivated and seeded with grass, of course, ready for next year. And it's just it's now getting everything prepped for next year and trying to hopefully getting one more grass harvest out. And we do have a lot of silage bales to sell. We are going to make a lot of money off silage this year, which I'm really pleased about. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the price at the moment. I want to sell when the market's high. So as soon as that happens, we'll probably get a lorry to come in and load up and take them away. For us, it's a bit well, we'd be doing a lot of trips, and it's actually less cost effective than hiring somebody to come and load up and transport them for us. By the time we've spent all those man hours loading up our little Massey bale trailer and getting that over to the bale purchase, and it just gets too much. So and what we'll be able to do with some of that money, of course, we'll be able to buy some straw bales in, which of course getting more arable on the farm will negate next year. We shouldn't have to buy any extra straw bales in next year. So that should be the whole point of this, the whole reason for this investment absolutely is to try and minimize how reliant we are on external stuff. Because if we can do that, then we will make more money. We will do even better. So there we go. It's just a case of going around the field, wearing it down until we're in a position where we have lots of grass that we can tedder. Yeah, I don't know if in this vlog we will get to tedder it as well. It may be that I get that done separately, and you guys just come along for me to bale and wrap it a bit later. Yeah, we're doing this now because we've got a couple of weeks before the builders arrive. I was planning to do it over winter actually, and it might actually be worth us holding off, maybe pushing them back a bit, getting everything out of the way. But to be honest, we'll be finished on this field fairly soon, and I do need to plough it. So it's one of those things where it's quite difficult to plan this kind of thing, because ideally you want to do a lot of this over the winter, And yes, we could plough this field in the spring, but I think I will get a better yield of a good winter grain rather than a nice spring one. Spring ones are good, but the yield, I've historically found, from the little amount we've done, the yield is a bit better if we do it in, if we put winter one in rather than the spring one. I don't know if other farmers find that, but yeah, I do. It could just be the climate around here or the soil around here, but it seems to favour the winter crops. Now we're not going to do all winter crops, to be honest. We will do some spring ones, and there's a possibility, you know. It's I think what we will end up doing is we'll see what the builders say, because if we continue to have the wet autumn that we've been having, I mean, this has been one of the few dry days we've had. So if we continue to have this wet autumn, it may be a case that they're better off doing it when it is a bit drier anyway. I mean, with any luck, the winter might be a bit drier, but you know, we get a dry spell, it may be a case of that's the time to get them in. So yeah, we'll see how we go. But this is going to be a fantastic field for arable. It really is. We're going to get a nice, good, big crop off this, I think, which is fantastic. The other thing I'm considering is putting in a grain store, because obviously what we do at the moment is we don't necessarily sell at the best time of year. So as a result, we don't make as much off our arable crops as maybe we should. So that then becomes, where do I put grain store in? And the obvious place for that actually is those barns that we own. If we could put a grain store in over there and turn that cattle shed into a grain shed, that would really, really benefit us, I think. So I might look at how much that will cost to do. And that may be something for the springtime, actually. Getting that updated and getting that sorted, and putting a new facility in there. Because yeah, we are expanding, and expansion is good. And we should see a good jump in profits if this all pays off next year. And that's just from adding one field. But yeah, sort of expanding and okay. I think we're going to get the combine and overhaul this winter as well, because it is showing its age a little bit, and I think a little bit of TLC and it'll do us for a long while yet, especially if we're going to be doing a lot more work with it. You know, normally it does one small field. Next year we've got this field, we've got field 9, which is the far end one. Which has got to cut up that hill, and then we've got the one the other side of the sheep here. We're going to convert to an arable as well, and we're going to do grains in all of it. I'm not expanding into anything else at the moment. I'm not going to do sugar beet or potatoes or maize or anything like that. I don't see the point in that much investment at the moment. We might do eventually, but right now. Yeah, much better to invest in crops that we can easily do, and rotation wise, what we can do is we can maybe leave a field fallow for a year or something. But yeah, or put some radish in. Oilseed radish is a great way to rejuvenate a field. So we've got that, or the alternative is to put a cover crop in for a year. So maybe something like maize, and then plough it in or cultivate it in. But we'll see. We'll see where we go. And of course, we have plenty of manure and silage and stuff to use. So it's all good. It will all work rather nicely together. We are getting this field down now. There is not a huge amount of it left. It's more a question of Which bit of this dog leg is going to disappear first? The bit down this corner here, or the bit up the top end here? I think it's going to be this top end, but I think this is slightly thinner. And as a result, we're going to get slightly less out of it. There we go. But it's slightly less out of it, maybe. I'm not too sure. Oh, this corner's getting sharper, certainly. Right. Where I would love to tether this, but I don't think with the width of our tether we're going to be able to do it today. No, I think we're just going to end up mowing this field, basically, and I will get it tethered and baled next time. Yeah. We may do a few vlogs over the next week, I think, and just get this field done and cover this. I may also get the other fields cut again, and maybe break it up with a couple of bits. But we need to. The thing is, we need to get these baled and wrapped. So it's not like hay bales where we wanna ted it and then leave it for a bit. This we wanna, especially with the wet. We want to get it rowed and baled as quickly as we can. Otherwise it'll start rotting in the field, and when it starts rotting in the field, the amount of grass we get off it just plummets. So it's, yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to get as much money off this field as I can. We have plenty of silage bales on the farm. And it's actually a slight pity that there isn't a local BGA, because we would sell directly to them. We'd sell silage directly to them, but yeah, they're nothing like that here. Well, that'd be the other thing, would be to start up our own little electrical company. You know, see if there's a yard or an area that we can invest in that. But to be honest, right now I just want to invest in some new arable crops, build the farm up, and then yeah, maybe at a future point that is the way to go. We make so much silage, we can make so much silage here, that would be very profitable. We could probably power the entire town with that. You know, and that would be a good thing. Make the town much more eco-friendly. There we go. We certainly have the grass to do it. And eventually we may actually rise to the point where we have the whole estate back as it once was. I mean, that would be my eventual wish, is that we restore the estate to its former glory, and all of these fields, all of this comes back under our banner. It's very sad that it had to all be so much of it had to be sold off. But yeah, if we could expand to the point where we bring it all back in and have the whole estate again, that would be lovely. I'm not sure I could run it on my own as I do now, though. I think that at that point I may have to get some hired hands in. But then if I'm running that much, then that makes sense. Getting hired hands in and helping out. Oh, we're actually going to run out of strip here first, I think, because we're not far off. Both of them are getting very small, especially as this is our start point here. Yeah, because if we had another person who could be tedding behind us, yeah, they're not tedding, sorry, rowing behind us, that would be quite cool. go. Round. Wow. That's just absolutely brilliant. We have pretty much cut this field with our class disco. It's doing a fantastic job. There we are. Yeah. Keep it on the inside. Going around clockwise, definitely the way to go, I think. Just means that the mower's always cutting, as opposed to swinging around the outside and missing stuff. Plus, I'd be running over crop if I was doing it the other way. I need to drive where I've cut. There we are. Oh, almost there. A little bit now. Should think maybe 1 or 2 more rounds. Yeah, especially when it's such a wide turn like that. Last little bit. There. And then last one. Last run. And that's done. Fantastic. Fold that up and we'll head back to the yard. And yeah, I'm really happy with that. We'll get the Massey hooked up and we'll get it started, I think. I don't think we'll finish it this vlog. I think I'll probably leave you guys with me halfway through it. But at least you'll get to see it started is the thing. Right, we've got plenty of space in this barn here, so we will just back our TW into here. There we go. Oh, Massey, have we... No, we need to drop that. And that goes down. There we go. Attach, and away we go. Now our tedder is in our infield. We'll go grab that. We'll just run around the headlands a couple of times, which just sort of turf stuff in. I thought it was down here. Maybe it's not. I know where it is. It's in the yard. I drove straight past it. Yeah, not in there. It is over here. There it is. By the back wall. Right, and lift it. I should be on the rowing function from last time I used it, so... Right, we need to switch it over, so let's do that. There we go, and unfold it. And it looks like, actually, first time we want to go around the other way, because we want to push it into the middle of the field. I think we're only going to get round once, to be honest, but that'll be a good start. So we'll close the gate so we don't hit that. There we go. Right, and I will lower it down. Start it up, and away we go. Yeah, there we are. Perfect. So, we'll head around the field. We can go quite fast, actually, with this, which is quite nice. It's not a high. It's not a high power usage. This rake, this windrower, which is why I like to use the Massey with it. Give the Massey a little bit of a leg stretch and get this round the field and do this job pretty swiftly. Actually, it's the nice thing about it. It allows us to get all this done and out and finished really quite nice and quickly. And if we just stick in these rows, it actually means that it makes it quite easy to do. Yeah, it does fling it a bit further, but that's alright. But yeah, I don't see our combine or anything having any issues on this field. I don't think it will. It should work quite well on here. Right, and that has got one round. I think we have just enough time for me to take you round the other way. I'll lift that up so that we don't go and rake stuff we don't want to. There we go. There we are. So now we stick fairly close to that. And hopefully we end up with a nice good sized row. Yeah, there we go. And it just means that now I can work the field quite nicely as well. Pulls the whole thing in. I think we're actually pulling 2 rows in here, aren't we? Yeah, we are. That's quite good. That's really good. That'll get everything done quicker as well. As long as we're not too wide for the baler, we're okay. Yeah, we'll get this headland done, and then we're going to leave the vlog there. I will finish this job off, and next time we can bale it and get it wrapped. And that will get it all out of the way, and we can get the workmen in this field, and they can start down here while we are preparing the other end of the farm, because we're going to have to go and pick up the silage bales that we did a couple of months ago now, I think, which are all ready. They're all done, and we can probably get them sold off, which would be quite nice. But that actually is where I'm going to leave it. So I'm just going to turn that off, and we'll just leave the tractor running so that I can do that. And so that's where we're going to leave it. That's all from me today. All that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.